list, and then we'll talk about our name. That's good. Or the software, for example. Is it tangible or non-tangible or intangible? And then is it movable or immovable? You need to have a class for those ones that are movable or immovable. And then beyond that classification, you can now have other classes that are specific to the church. Things like heritage property, patrimony for sustainability, things like sacred items. Those ones will be behind. Is it an immovable item that is sacred? Yes, another class. Is it heritage property? Yes, another class. Okay? And then the other question, this is very crucial, is serviceability. We've been to this computer laboratories in our schools, and you find those computers that 1969. Well, she didn't even come.
We are requesting the members to bear a little bit for 10 minutes to allow the facilitator to wind up what he's explaining. We'll break for our lunch, and then coming back before the question and answers, we'll allow him to wind up to be able to recover. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Thank you very much, Father. So, serviceability. Is that item usable? Is it capable of delivering the intended services? And I was giving examples of some of our computer laboratories, or even some of the cars. You go to some parish and say, we have got 10 cars. Count the 10 cars. 5 of them are under the tree, and 5 of them are on the street. You count the houses, and you look at some house and say, what is this house for? I'm saying, it's just here. It is just here. We have a building. We have a building. Really. Tables, chairs. They're piled up, and they're waiting for some carpenter to come and fix them. And they're counting 5 tables, 50 chairs, and there are no 50 chairs. There's a pile of 50 chairs. There are no chairs. So the question is about serviceability. And with the taxes, and I'm saying they are all Commonwealth based, which means the tax laws in these 8 countries that are sitting here are the same. They will say this: if you want wear and tear allowance, depreciation allowance, that expenditure must be wholly and exclusively incurred in the production of income. Which means what? If you have a car that has been sitting in the garage from January to December, there is no way you are going to claim depreciation of this car. And that's where the logbook's coming. The taxman will call in the logbook for this particular car and say, look, it has been sitting here for the whole year, it didn't produce anything, there's no way I'm allowed this machine. Okay? So you have to prove for every asset. Put a column in when you are doing verification. You say, laptop 1, is it serviceable? Yes. Laptop 2, is it serviceable? No. Please earmark it for disposal. Because if you give it, you've got problems down the line, and you have problems with the stakeholders, and we shall see stakeholders in a moment. And the last one is about custodianship. Who is holding those assets? If there are some legal parameters, I'm just giving an example for Tanzania, for example. If the asset base of the organization is 200 Tanzanian million shillings, you will need a registered supplies officer. If, I'm saying PSPTB is the board that registers supplies officers in Tanzania. If the asset base is 100 million shillings, the National Board of Accountants and Auditors will require you to have a certified public accountant in place. Let me tell you, 50% of you here are pulling motor vehicles that are above 100 million shillings. If not here, back at your home place. Najua, what is 100 million shillings? And here we are. The law says, if the asset base of the organization is 100 million shillings and above, you need a certified public accountant in place. You know what a CPA man costs you a month? And he's going to look after a bicycle, a motorcycle, it's like 2 motorcycles or 3. It's 100 million shillings. Easy. You know, one ambulance vehicle is 400 million shillings if it is fully equipped, or 300 million shillings if it is poorly equipped. So with the hospital, with one ambulance, you need a supplies officer, and it also need a certified public accountant in place. What does it mean? What does it imply when it comes to leadership, for example? What I would say is this: if the diocese is well organized, you have a certified public accountant sitting at the head office and is looking after the parishes and the organization of that particular diocese. You don't have to hire a CPA for every small bloody project, for every parish, and for every lay organization of the lay. It will be too much. But the moment you register with the government and you have an asset base of 100 million shillings, you need a CPA. If you have got 200 million shillings, you need a supply officer to look after those assets. That's the legal parameter. So you have to explore it and see if the government comes in. And if the government comes in, they won't ask you whether you're in charge or not. Now, when they register in the government as a board of trustees, you have got to comply with this. And the next one is about the inventory sheets. These are the sheets that we have. Even in our bedrooms, I've seen some in the bedroom here. Because then the person who is in charge of this particular hostel will undertake to take care of the 3 beds in the room, the 1 locker in the room, the 1 chair in the room, the 1 bed in the room, if there's an air condition, and they will sign that they will be responsible for this item. If there's something faulty about it, they will give report to the persons who are responsible. And of course, they will have also the security measures around that. That's again another risk management measure where we're talking about the field, particularly insured. Now there are insurance policies that are mandatory. The moment you have a car, for example, you need a third-party insurance that is given. You have to take an insurance cover for that. But you don't have to take an insurance cover for a building like this. So upon you decide whether you need that insurance cover or not. Now when you come back, I believe we need another half hour to cover the rest of what's like here. And without going into the nitty-gritties of auditing and taxation and the rest of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Shayo, for opening up our eyes and enlightening us more on what we expected to do as our leaders in managing our resources wherever we are, being accountable and being good stewards of what is entrusted to us. Because time has come for us to go and refresh ourselves. Our energy levels are in a bit low. We also need to stretch. We shall break, and before we break, I would like to appreciate Mr. Shayo. We shall continue to appreciate him after this, but let's prepare ourselves for a very simple way of clapping. It is called a 3-2-1 structured clapping. So we are going to warm our hands. What I mean by 3-2-1, we begin clapping 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, and then we say bravo. We give it to Mr. Shayo, okay? So let's warm our hands. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3. Bravo. I've not had the bravo. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Bravo. Asante sana, Mr. Shayo. May God bless you. And as we prepare to go and have our lunch, I will request Father Abraham from Ethiopia to bless the meal for us. And also, let's keep time and converge here to 2:30. It's unfortunate that today we had a lot to do in the morning, but we shall catch up with time. Father Abraham, please.